Hello! It is Beth Myers of Arrival Coaching, and welcome to Flip It Friday. I am Beth Myers, and I'm a Law of Attraction Empowerment Coach. I'm a mentor and a speaker. And welcome to Flip It Friday. And we are going to just play with living in the moments today. And I hope that you will think about joining us on Fridays at 12 noon Eastern time each week as we have conversation about flipping our perspective on topics such as music, lyrics, roles that we play, and just about life and how to help raise our vibration and embrace our emotional guidance system, our EGS, as I call it, like your GPS, internal GPS, and to be real. Real empowerment allows love. This week, we delve further into this month's focus, which is transform by living in the moments with inspiration by Jason Mraz. So I see that there are 4 viewers here. So if you can say hello and type in who's here. It looks like over on Facebook, I can see Kim and Kathy and Alamato and Laurent. So glad that you guys are here today. Thanks so much for being in this space for the next 20 minutes together. So we are going to dive into the topic for today of living in the moments. And that is one thing that has really transformed my life in the last probably 5 years. And Jason Mraz says in his song, living my life easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, with peace in my heart, peace in my soul. And, you know, we think of those lyrics as, yeah, people say life's supposed to be easy, supposed to be flowing, but my life isn't. And I know I was there at one point in time. I was thinking you had to work hard to make things work, to make it happen. That hard work was part of my being from being little and growing up. And I think that one of the things that has just been such a joy and a blessing is to learn that life can be easy breezy. And it has to do with us. And so today I invite you to join in on the conversation as we explore some ways to go about doing that. And the first thing that I'd like to start out with is getting grounded. I have talked for a while about Gigi and how important Gigi is, but I've added a third G, which is the very first one that we need to start with, and that is to get grounded. So I invite you to close your eyes and wherever you are to just sit comfortably with your feet on the ground, your hands in your lap if you can. If you're standing, just get comfortable and ground yourself with your feet. If you're lying down, feel free to lay down and just get comfortable. Feel yourself supported by the ground that you're standing on. If you're sitting, think of a cord coming from your backside down toward the earth and plugging it in like a toaster and calling back all of your energy to yourself. Your mind might be scattered other places, so bring that energy back to you. And we're just going to start with the breath and take a deep breath in. And then breathe out. Breathe in, that's what is yours. And breathe out all that doesn't belong to you. And take another deep breath in, our last deep breath in together. And take a deep breath out. And just feel your body, feel where you are. You can open your eyes and come back into this space and just reminding yourself that that breath grounds you each and every moment. And when we're feeling like our head is all out here and the energy of everybody else is swirling around us, one of the best things that we can do is stop and pause and get grounded. Feel the sand beneath you if you happen to be walking on a sandy beach. Feel the dirt beneath you if your feet are bare out walking in the grass. If you are in your home, just feel the surface beneath you. That is such an important way to get started, to be in the present moment. And we have that possibility with us every moment of the day with going back to that breath. So I'd love to know how you're feeling right now. Those of you that have joined in, I'm going to look and see if I can see over here on Facebook who else has joined us. It's not showing up on Be Live at the moment. So Betty, so glad that you're here today too. Great. Thanks so much for joining us. So let's take a look at our second thing that we can do to be living in the moment. And that is recognizing our greatness. Being grounded and being centered. I know right now I'm feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at about an 8 right now. Before getting on Be Live, I was running a little bit later this morning and my energy was scattered out there. So I was at about a 6. And so I know I'm feeling more centered and grounded just by breathing with all of you together here in this space. So let's take a look at greatness and how we can tap into the greatness of who each of us are. And that is so important as we move forward in the present moment. Two of the most powerful words are I am. And when we can make that I am statement that describes you, then we can be more powerful in how we move forward in the moment right now. So, I would like for you to think about and type in the chat what you are feeling about yourself right now, whether you are feeling brave. So stating, I am brave. I am confident. I am amazing. I am energetic. Whatever that word is that you would like to share about yourself right now, I'd love for you to play along and type that in the chat. So I'm going to look over here. I'm still not seeing on Be Live the comments, so I'm not sure what's happening there, but I'll look over here on Facebook. Kim says, I am motivated and focused. Laurent is saying, I am and feel great. Powerful, Laurent. Kim says, I love deep belly breathing. It doesn't change anything around me, but it sure changes my inner self, which changes my outer self. Fabulous. Thank you, Kim, for sharing that. And Laurent, I am so with you. Thank you so much. We are right here in this moment, aren't we? And I'm just going to see if I can see, not sure what's happening on Be Live there, but hey, technology. So we'll just go with it. We're being broadcast, so that's all that matters, and we're here together in this conversation. So when we can acknowledge our greatness after we get grounded, then we're almost there with the next step that really supercharges the moment to be able to experience and open up to receive as much abundance and joy and love that we can have in any particular moment. So the next one is gratitude. And to me, that's the secret part of the recipe that is so important to include in each and every day. And the more we can add it in each of our moments as we go through each of our days, it just supercharges the experiences that we have, the memories that we create of the moments that we're living. So I'd like for you right now to think about some people in your life that have made a difference for you. And this morning I sat down and I wrote a list. Kathy, I'm using the little journal that you had gotten me. And I wrote down the people in my life that have helped to transform my life just because of who they were, how they showed up, and the things that they taught me along the way. And, my mom and dad were wonderful at holding that greatness, that vision of greatness for my sister, Kathy, and our other sister, as well as for their grandkids. But they also did that for family. They did that for neighbors, for friends. I hear stories all the time of the greatness that my mom and dad may have acknowledged in someone through a note or a conversation, or just how they treated them when they were here with us. And so one of the things that I'd like for you to do is think about, who are the people in your life that have helped transform how you do things today? And by tapping into that greatness that you feel, and then being in the moment, thinking about someone who has made a difference for you. So I'm going to read you my list real quick as you're thinking of yours. And if you want to type them in the chat, feel free to do that. So I have my mom, dad, Liz, Karen, Joyce, Linda, Mike, Ruth, Judy, Julie, Veronica, Heather, Bonnie, Robert, Christy, Julie, Evelyn, Lisa, Matt, Tammy, Susan, Kathy, Jill, Kara, Tristan, Sabrina, Janet, Nada, Kim, and each one of you that is on this call, Alamata, Laurent, Betty, Kim, each of you have helped to transform my life because of some of the experiences that we have gone through together. And the people that I named were all people that had some kind of influence, whether it was from my childhood, growing up, young adulthood, or to now. And when I just read all those names, for me, it just queued up the things that I am grateful for, that they have helped me to learn about myself, about how to build my business, how to do something that was uncomfortable, how to dance and get up on a stage to perform. So I'd love to see what you are saying over here. I'm going to jump over to Facebook. Laurent is saying, I'm so grateful for being alive and here in this moment with you. Lisa and all my family, my sons, my daughter, my parents. Awesome, Laurent. Thank you so much. Kim is saying, I love the ocean, Betty, and I can't see what came before that. So Betty must have said something about loving the ocean. And Alamada says, I'm feeling like a 9. I was having headaches earlier, but they're now gone. Thanks for the reminder to ground ourselves. Oh, Alamada, I'm so glad to hear that you're feeling more at a 9 and that your headache has gone away. Kim is saying, Beth, my mom, my sisters, Bonnie and Jamie, Kathy, Christy, Dawn, Carol. Yeah, and you know, those are when we can recognize the people and the things that we are grateful for, it really helps bring us into the moment, especially when we're looking around us and we're noticing things like we talked about last week, to notice in nature or around us in our environment. So the 3 things to keep in mind to help bring you more to living in the present moment is to ground yourself, to remember your greatness, and to remember things that you're grateful for. So let me flip over here to Be Live, and we want to talk a little bit about transforming your moments and live in the present moments. One line of the song, Jason Mraz's song, says, I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. So I just want to let go of what I know I don't know. So I want to share a story with you that happened this week that helped me recognize how far I have come, because I used to be a worrier. As a kid, I was a worrier. I would make up all kinds of scenarios and think about, well, if this happened, then this happened, then this happened, because I had to be prepared for what might happen and know how to respond. That was how hard I worked at life. And I felt like if I didn't do that, something bad would happen. So I better be prepared. And one of the things that I've learned, thanks to Christy Whitman and the Quantum Success Coaching Academy, is that being able to live in the present and to trust in the universe, and know that to totally rely upon spirit, or I'm not even saying it right. to, to rely upon spirit totally is what trust stands for. And remembering that I can trust in the universe. That has been such a huge thing for me, and learning processes to assist that. So I got summoned for jury duty, and I received it a couple weeks ago in the mail. And instead of, oh my gosh, I have jury duty, I've got so much to do, I don't want to have any of this going on. And, I just don't know how I'm going to fit it in. Maybe I should respond back and say, I can't make it. I've got things going on. I have my own business. I didn't go there. And years ago, I would have gone there thinking, how do I not do this? I was like, wow, I'm getting invited to come and do my civic duty. So I approached it differently than how I would normally have approached it, and went to that gratitude and grounded myself in that gratitude of, aren't I grateful that we live in a country where there is that right to a trial, that you are not guilty until you're proven guilty, that you're innocent until proven guilty. And that was something that just helped carry me forward. But then I started to play with that. And I started to say, before the date got here, I was like, well, wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have to go on Monday because it was the day after Easter? And wouldn't it be nice if I can take my work and go and do work, and if I get called, they don't need me? Wouldn't it be nice if the people that are there are just really, really kind? Wouldn't it be nice if when I get there, I get to go home and don't have to come back? And so I kept doing the wouldn't it be nice game. And then I also, on that day, when the night before, I was really prepared. I had everything kind of lined up. I got up early to do some of the tasks I needed to do, just in case I got called for, to be on a jury. So I then played with the process of segment intending. And I intended that in going to get coffee that morning, there wouldn't be a line, and it happened to be raining that day, and that the rain would just gently fall, and we would flow through the traffic to get to the courthouse early so that I could sit there and do some work before we got started with the day. And all of that transpired. The lady was so kind, so funny, that introduced us to the whole jury selection process. And it so happened that all 80 some of us got called to go in to be interviewed, to be part of the jury. And in sitting in the courtroom, we couldn't have our electronics on or anything like that. It was just so interesting to just be in the moment and be present, to be able to answer the questions that the judge was asking and be very firm in, it's a yes or it's a no for me. And being able to listen with love and not judgment as things were being shared. And one of the things that I did was I kept saying the Ho'oponopono prayer. And I kept saying, I love you, I thank you, please forgive me, I'm sorry. Because we know that being in this reality, that everything around us is a part of sharing with us stuff about ourselves. And when we can tap into that and bring that back to, I love you, I thank you, please forgive me, I'm sorry. I was putting that out there. And I ended up, my number was 54. And they stopped calling jurors to be interviewed and to seat the jury at number 33. So I got to be a part of that experience. I got to hold love and light in that courtroom for the best possible situation and light to come forth. And the interesting thing was, the girl that was sitting next to me said, did you notice that no one on our side of the courtroom got called to be on that jury? And there was a lady in front of me who was really, really anxious, didn't want to be called. So I just found that so interesting. And and then I didn't get called the rest of the week, which was really wonderful because I had lots of things that I had on my agenda and my schedule for this week that I had more space and more room for. And I just continue to hold that love and light for all that were involved in that trial, because it actually was a criminal trial. So I just wanted to share that experience with you and wonder if you've had anything that you wanted to share about how you have helped to transform moments and live more in the present moments. I would love for you to share your experience, your story. I shared mine with you, and our time is about up for today, but I just wanted to put it out there that if you would like to share how you live in the present moment and strategies or ways that help you, would love to hear them. Or if you have a question, feel free to put that down as well. I want to leave you with today that knowing that you can transform your life and deliberately create your present moment. Ground, feel that greatness, feel gratitude, and use a process that helps you be able to stay so fully present in that particular moment to push away some of those other worries, concerns that might be there. So just as music is energy and vibration, so are we. Embrace your power to transform your life to thrive and not just survive. I hope you'll join me next Friday at noon Eastern Time. And remember, be well, be true, and be you. Take care.